Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and fill in slide 27. If you haven't yet done that, you should have done number 3, which was import 1B más vocabulario and talking about others. Mi mejor amigo, introducción, estudiante, slide 27. So you're going to be on the slide we were on last class, 26, with all the adjectives, and insert this one as slide 27. When you are done, you're going to come down and fill it in. We're only going to do the right-hand side. If you need to pause because you haven't yet imported it, please pause the video and go and do that before we fill this in. I'm going to zoom in so that I'm closer to the right-hand side. I'm sorry that's not being projected, but I figure you guys can work independently at your own pace. If you need to handwrite these and then transfer them into your Mi Mejor Amigo afterwards, I would encourage you to do that. Please don't skip this section though. Okay, so the left-hand side has kind of words that we're going to be using to kind of maybe describe different people and their kind of names or pronouns. The first one is the word for a friend, male. I'm going to use the articles the, but you won't usually be using them. It is el amigo. El amigo. Obviously, I would encourage you to repeat it to yourself. Most kids have their headphones on, so you shouldn't seem like you're being crazy. The friend for a female, la amiga. La amiga. A best friend for a male, el mejor amigo. Mejor amigo. Mejor amigo. Best friend for a female, hopefully you're realizing the L becomes la. Best still stays mejor. But amigo becomes amiga because it is a female. I wrote that there are 2 words for boy. It's not that there's actually 2 words, it's just one is slang or like an abbreviation. The technical word for boy is el muchacho. But a lot of times people will just say el chico. They both mean the same thing. It's just kind of abbreviation. Repeat to yourself. El muchacho, el chico. Okay, next we have the 2 words for girl. And again, it's not that there's actually 2 words. It's just 2 ways of saying it. El becomes la. Muchacho becomes mucha. Cha. Can you see me dancing in my chair? Because you know I so much love to bailar. Abbreviation, la chica. La muchacha. La chica. Okay, and then last class, we actually already kind of talked about these. The word for he is el with an accento. If you do not know how to make the accent still, here it is down here. You can copy it. For those of us that need the directions, option E, release, the letter E, and then L. This is pronounced el. El. She is ella. There is no accent. Ella. Ella. And the word for I we learned last class also is yo. Yo. Okay, over to the right-hand side, I have these extra ones down here. That's if you wanted to add something. These are kind of more like adverbs or additions to maybe some of the sentences, adjectives that you're using to describe people. So maybe someone is sometimes hardworking. Maybe someone is very lazy. Maybe someone is hardworking and studious. So like also studious. But is kind of saying they're tall but fat. Always is kind of sometimes, or taking sometimes and moving it, saying always. A little, we actually have had that before, so hopefully that will come up again. And then the last 2 are according to, like according to Senora, I am such and such. According to my family, I am, such and such person. Okay. So the word for sometimes is actually 2 words in Spanish. It is a space veces. A veces. A veces. Very is muy. 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 Also is también con acento. T-A-M-B-I-E con acento N. Option E, release the letter E. But is pero. Always is siempre. Siempre. A little is un poco. Un poco. According to is según. Repeat to yourself, según. And then according to my family, según mi familia. Según mi familia. Again, I'm not asking you to do anything really with those. If you want to add those to the activity you did today with the famous people, you can go back and add in these adverbs before the adjectives. So siempre alto, también, delgado. That is up to you. Okay. You are done with today's lesson. You can go ahead and move on to the tarea if you have time during class today.